So first of all, I would like to congratulate you because if you're seeing this video, you are now at the part 3 of our Laravel series. No? And if you want more programming tutorials like this one, so please subscribe on my channel, no, by clicking the subscribe button. Okay, so now in the previous video, yung part 2 natin, we already integrate the login authentication by requiring yung ating composer to require the user interface using we install the npm a package manager. Then after we install and get all the package we need, we run the dev script, no? Dev script is a JSON file. So lahat ng ating mga kailangan in-extract lang niya, no, through JSON file. And then we also run the watch. I already discussed what is run watch. Watch is for the CSS and the JavaScript of our login user interface. And then after that, in our database, uh, we edit our database, the blueprint, this folder. Inside this, we see the migration folder. So inside the migration folder, we edit the user table. Of course, we integrate all the columns that we need. Okay, and we also migrate. No, we create a another blueprint scheme or schema for our database. So we uh, edit this blueprint so that when we migrate it, when we execute this one, uh, it will create a database. So if we go to our database right now, so my database, if you see in our database, my Laravel, inside this, we have the users and the student infos na ating migrate. So this one holds the data of our application. Okay, so we can see all the data here in our table. And then we also created a model. So if we go back to our um, we created our model. Let's close this first. And we also create our model, no, by commanding, no, in our terminal to make a model using yung ating terminal. So let's see yung ating model. Yung model natin is this one, the student info model. Okay, so and then we protected, or we also use, or we tell to our program here, to our model, that yung in this model, or in this model, lahat ng mga files dito is belong to our user. And if you wonder sino si user, it's a class actually it's a model din, no? So ito 'yon. Ito yung model natin. Okay, we declare, or we return this student info na model is belong to the user class. Okay? And then lastly, we also created a controller, no? The controller holds the logic of operation ng ating system. So if we go to our HTTP, and under HTTP we have the folder of controllers, and inside this we created yung ating controller, no? So using the terminal also. If you want to check kung paano natin ginawa yon, you can go to the part 2 of this series. Okay, so if you double click this, like I've said now on the previous video, the student controller holds the logic operation of our system. So we also put here a return view, yung welcome. If we refresh, or if we go to our website, as you can see here, if we go to the default, no, if we erase the login and run this, it will direct us to the home, or the dashboard, no. Ito yon, this one. Okay, so ito yung return view natin, si welcome. Okay, so this welcome, it's a blade files. It's a PHP blade, or blade.php. Okay, so this holds the HTML part, no, of our web application. So if we double click this welcome.blade, this holds the value, or the information that we are seeing here, no, sa ating uh, Laravel. So, and then after that, we will now continue, no, we will, in this series, we will create our own blade. So I will um, uh, discuss later, no, how the blade.php works. So let's get rid, or let's exit that. So now let's go first, no, to our home. If we log in to our application, so if I click the login, so, and if I put the information, so uh, in the part 2 of our series, we already created, no, yung ating uh, account. So this account, the admin1 at gmail.com, has the password of admin1234. So let's check that, admin1234. And then if we click this login, the system will go to the dashboard, or sa home of our website. And this the message that you are logging. So let's now locate first this blade file. Remember, the welcome is a blade file, home is a blade file also. So if we go back to our code, and inside our views, and here, so we have uh, inside these views, under resources, we click these views, and inside this we have this welcome, and then the home. If you double click this home, you can see the message that you are logged in. So ito yon, you are logged in. Okay, so we can change this one. Okay, we can change this. So let's first add let's add a new a button, no, na pwede nating i-click later on, that we can add the new information of the student. Okay, so let's create a uh, button first. So let's go to our code here. This holds that. Okay, so meron tayo dito that inside this, okay, inside this division, okay, we will create our button. So let's create a here. Okay, so let's create a button. So let's put a anchor, yeah, and then inside this we will call this as add new. Okay, so we will call this add new, and of course let's put some class here. Okay, So the class, we will put btn and then btn success, okay, for the bootstrap, and button small. Okay, so let's okay that. Okay, and then let's also put a title. Okay, so let's put a title. Ito yung makikita natin if we hover our mouse into this button. Okay, so let's put another information that if you hover this button, it will reflect, or we will see a add new student. Okay, add new student. So let's try it first by going to our code and then refresh it. Okay, so let's wait. Okay, so as you can see, we are now having this button. Ayan. So if you hover this one and let's wait, that's the add new student, no, as our title here, the title of that button. So ito yan. Okay, so let us now uh okay, so now we want, if we go back here, we want, if we click this one, it will point us, no, dun sa ating blade file that we can input new record, of course, through this application to our database. Here it will save here, sorry, it will save here the data inside our student info here. Okay, so we will be needing, right now we will be needing a blade file that will give us the user interface for adding new information into this database. So paano natin gagawin yon? Okay, so we will now create a new blade.php for this add new button. Okay, so if you click this, we will go to that blade.php. So on our VS Code, let's go here in our VS Code, and under this view, kung saan yung home and welcome blade natin, we will create, or we will add a new blade here. So we will call this blade as student, okay, underscore create. Okay, and then let's put the that blade that php. Okay, so enter. Okay, so the VS Code will recognize this student underscore create that blade that php as a blade php, okay, for this extension. So inside this, we will now let's put here first a hello world. Okay, so after creating this student underscore create that blade that php, we put the hello world here, no, and we will test this later. Okay, so let's go back to our home that blade that php that holds this button, this one. So if we now the thing that we need to do now is, after clicking this button, it will direct us to that blade file, no, to that it will direct us to that blade file. So let's go to our code here. So let's put here the code for that. So let's put the curly braces for this. Okay, so inside the curly braces, another curly braces, and let's put route. Okay, let's locate the route. We have the student, no? student. Inside the student, we have the create function. Sino tong create function na to? So, if we, by the way, let's put a single quotation here. Okay. So, we tell to this add button that if we click this, we will go to this student that create. So, inside the controller, okay, so let's go to our controller. We have here the uh, that student, no? Ito yung nagko-control. So we are declaring, so in this this one, it will return the create page. So if we run that code, it will give us now this create page. So let's check it first. Okay, so let's refresh this. Okay, then after that, after refreshing this one, let's click now this button and it will direct us to this, to that create page. Now, so our goal is to go here sa ating blade. Okay, in our blade student underscore create, we want to see this hello world from, let's put no student underscore create. Okay, so how can we do that? So inside this controller, let us now declare, no, inside this controller we will return inside the create view natin, no. So we will put that, or we will return the view for that blade PHP. So katulad ng ginawa natin dito. So we will copy this one in the index function natin. Let's go to the create and let's paste it here, and let us change the name, because if we put this welcome, it will go dun sa welcome, but we want to go to student create. So let's put the blade name. Okay, so student create. So let's now save this. Okay, let's save this one and then let's refresh. Okay, so dapat makikita natin dito yung hello world from student underscore create. So we are now have or create yung ating blade. Okay, so ganun lang siya kadali, no? So let us now create the user interface for our create page natin. So inside the create page, okay, so here in our create page, so let's go to create, and so student create. Let's now declare, no, the, or let us extend, no, the layout to this. Okay, so paano ba natin i-extend yung ating mga katulad dito sa ating home? So as you can see here, we put a extend here. So we extend all the files into these layouts. Okay, inside these layouts, here's this folder. Inside this, meron tayong app. Okay, so sino ba si app? So app.blade.php holds all the scripts and even yung font natin, no? We can also put a style here. Okay, so siya yung parang nagko-connect to extend all these attribute to our blade files natin. So we can copy yung sa ating home na lang, no, yung blade file natin sa ating home. Let's copy the blade file. Nasaan na yon? Blade home.blade. So let's copy this one. Okay. And then let's go to the student create. Okay. And then paste it. Okay. But let's remove this one. Let's remove the link and let's edit this one now as a back. Later we will put a back here. Okay, and then we will put here the inside this. Let's remove this one. Okay, so let's now try. Let's try to by the way, let's try to you are in the student. Let's go create page. Okay, so let's check that. Let's refresh our page to uh, reflect. Okay, so as you can see, we've now changed and we are inside, no? We are inside this login form pa rin natin. So as you can see, we have this uh, users or user natin na naka-log in. So and then nandito yun. So we will now create, no, a we will be needing a uh, we need to put, no, a table or label, and of course yung text holder natin, no, text editor natin, no, para makapag-form tayo, makapag-insert tayo sa ating table. So let's do that. Okay, so let's go back to our code. Let's remove this one. Okay, so let's remove this one. Okay, let's also get rid of this status. Okay, fresh. Okay, let's go back. Okay, so let's now put the code here. Let's create a division class muna. Okay, so inside this one, let's remove this one. Let's move this the top. Okay, and inside this class, we'll put another division for our code. So div files. Okay, so let's put class here, and so we'll put card, and then let's put a style. Let's say margin. Okay, let's put a margin. Let's put our margin. Okay, a 20px. Yeah. And inside this, let's put another division. Div. Okay, and then class. Again. Card. So you can follow this instruction. No? I will so let's put here a add student information, and okay, then another divider. Let's put a class here. Class and card body. So we have header and then the body. Okay, inside the body of our division, let's put a label. Okay, so let's put a label. Okay, a label. uh, so let's remove this attribute. Let's put name. So we need a name, and then let's put a break here, br. Then we need a an input, of course, no input. So let's put this input. Okay, and then uh, text. We put the, of course, we call this name, no name, and then for the ID, let's put the name as our ID. Okay, and then oops, and then after this, so let's check this first. After this one, we do copy paste. Okay, so yan, we have here a name. So next is oh, by the way, let's go back here. Let's uh put it here. Okay, para hindi siya inside the body. Okay, okay, so we will be needing another. Let's put a uh oh, by the way, let's put a class here. No, let's put a class at we put here form. Let's see, form control. Yeah, let's put, and then let's put a break line, line break natin dito. Okay, then let's copy paste this. Copy this one and then paste it here. We have for the name, we have for the section, of course, section, then the text, the name is section, the ID is section, class. Okay, and then yung break natin. Okay, okay, para hindi nakakalito. Yan. Another one for the of course, mobile. So for mobile, let's put a text. Okay, and then let's put mobile here, and then for the ID is mobile. Okay, so let's check it first. Refresh. Okay, so that's nice. We have for name section and then for the mobile. So by the way, let's put this to a form. Okay, nakalimutan natin kanina. We need this, let's put this inside the form. Okay, so let's go back here to our code. Okay, and inside here, let's form, call a form. And so let's put a method. Yan. So ano yung method niya? It will post. Ayan. Okay, and inside this, of course, let's put the end tag of form here. Okay, let's put here. Okay, and then let's put an input, another input here, and another input for the button. Okay, so yung type nito is hindi na text. We need to put submit. Okay, or yeah, and then we put a value. Okay, let's put a value of, and then a class. It's a btn, of course, and btn success. Okay, btn success, and of course let's put a breakdown here also. Okay, so if we go back here and refresh this one, okay, so we have this one. Okay, so if we hover this, no, it will give us, or it will save all the files here na ilalagay natin. So let's now edit the, of course, this one is no method yet. Okay, so let us now go to our student controller, okay, to put that. Okay, so we will do that. So let's go to our uh, controller. So let's check first the controller. Okay, so student controller. Inside the controller, we direct when we click this button. Student. When we click this button, this add new button here, and if we click this add new button, and it will go to this, no, so if we click this save, it will go to the, it will save to the database, and then we go to the uh, or we go back to the student. So by the way, let's ano muna, let's go back to our student create na blade file, no. Let's go to our create, student create, and to our button in back button here, this one, let's edit this one. Okay, go back. Okay, so this one, let's put a link here. When we click this back button, it will direct us to the index naman. So kanina we use the a word na route, right? And then inside this route, we put inside the single quotation the student, okay, and then we use the dot, okay, and then index. So if we go back to our controller, we are telling that if we click that, it will go here. Okay, so actually let's change this sa home. Okay, para sa home siya didiretso. Okay, this home.blade.php natin. So let's refresh that, and then let's try it if nag-work siya. Okay, so if we click this, okay, it will go back to the home page natin. So here, okay, so, and of course if we click this one, add new button, it will go to the create or student underscore create blade. So let's now work no, to the function of this. So if we click this save button, it will go to the adding no, of all the information na ilalagay natin inside this text field natin. So inside this text field, all the information here will save to our database. So how can we do that, no? So let's go first sa ating student controller. Okay. Inside the student controller, we have a function here. Of course, a store. And pagsisave, pag-store. So inside this, okay, let's now call no the ID. Inside this, we put now each text editor, we give them the ID. We have the name, the section, and the ID of that mobile. So let's now put now to our controller all this. Let's call them. Okay, so inside this controller, okay, we will validate that no by commanding or by putting this code. So let's put this, then validate. Okay, then inside this we validate a request. Okay, so inside this request, this request inside this function, no, so request, let's put the request here, request. Yan. So request, sorry, let's remove this one, this inside, and then inside this request we put a array. So it needs an in a array form. So let's inside this array we will call all these no, yung ID ng mga text editor natin, text field natin, this one, name, section, and ID. So let's go back here. So let's do that. Let's put in an array here. And as you can see, we put the braces and then inside this, of course, inside this, okay, yeah, inside this, we will now put yung name. Okay, we have name. Okay, we for this we require this, of course. It is a required, and then it is a string, of course, and then yung max niya, okay, is 255. Let's say 255, and of course array is separated by comma, so let's put a comma here, and then another data. Okay, so yung section naman natin, let's put the section. Okay, so required. Okay, so required din to is string, then max niya is this is for the section, let's put a 25. Okay, separated by comma, at the last one is the mobile. Okay, mobile. Okay, let's put required. Okay, and then string natin. Okay, so after that, let's now call the model or the controller no of this, yung model natin, so that ma-access natin sila dito. Okay? We will call the student info natin. So, let's declare the student info here. Okay? The student info. Let's put the student info here by declaring another variable. So, paano ba gumawa? So, tatawagin natin tong stud. Okay? Short ng student. Okay? So, we put a new si student info natin, this one. Okay? So, let's put this student info. Ayan. So, close natin. Okay. Student info. Big letter. Yeah. Big letter pala siya. Student info natin. So, let's small letter. And let's now click this one para mailagay sa taas, no? Okay, para magamit natin siya. So, let's put that and inside. Okay, so i-direct niya. So, by the way, you can do na lang yung kanina. Kasi nakalagay naman siya dito. We use that. We include this model inside this controller, no? By using this use app \models, and then inside the folder ng models, we have this model ng student info. Okay? So, if you still remember, the model has the control, no, ng ating database, right? So, yun yun. Kaya dinideclare natin siya dito para magamit natin siya. So now, let's now use this stud, no? Siya na yung nag-handle ng ating the stud now handles the database natin. So let's put here by declaring, no, let's put sa database natin, we have the name, of course, and equals natin siya dun sa request. Sino si request? Ito yon. Ito yung array natin inside this request, no? Ipapasa natin yung mga value ng ating mga text field, no? Yung ilalagay nila dito, it will pass to this, okay? So, para ma-save natin siya. So, let's now use, of course, this request. Let's copy this. Let's put it here, okay? So, and then we put yung input, no? Input, and then sino i-input natin? Ito, si name. Okay, this name. Siya yung pinagpasahan natin ng mga yung request natin or yung value na ilalagay natin to that text field. So let's put here the name. Okay? So dito natin ilalagay yung name. So and then let's do it to the rest. Okay? Copy paste. Tawa. This one is for section. Okay, this one is for mobile. Section mobile. Okay. So okay. And then after we do that, let's, of course, we will put here the if you still remember, we have the inside our database here, we have this user ID, no? Sino ba si user ID? Si user ID is kung sino yung user na naka-login. Okay? Sino ba yon? Here, si Kix. Sino ba si Kix? In our database, si Kix, if makikita natin siya inside the users, si Kix is yung ID niya is pang number 2 sa akin. Sa inyo, number 1, no? Dinelete ko siya last time. So, number 2, si Kik. So, it will put into this user ID, na gagawin natin. So, let's put the user ID. Okay? By same lang, no? Stud, then user ID. Oh, sorry. User ID. Okay? So, i-equals natin siya. Sino ba si user ID? Si auth. Ayan. Okay? Na meron siyang, si auth is a control natin. So, controller natin for our login, no? So, it's a class and we will be needing yung user lang, yung first ano niya, no? Si user na meron siyang ID, yung ID natin. Okay? So, let's pass that value. And then, after that, oops, by the way here, let's use, ayan, so let's use this one, use illuminate so that ma-add niya dito sa taas, no? Katulad ng ginawa natin, yung, sorry, hindi siya controller, no? It's a model, this one, it's a model. Okay, so let's use that. Okay, and as you can see, it will reflect here, no, yung ginawa natin. By clicking that para ma-recognize this one. Okay, so after doing that, we can now save. Of course, we need to save that. No? Let's command our database by telling this na kailangan mo na itong i-save. So, stud, you need to save. Okay, of course, we need to save. Meron tayong save na command. Oops, sorry. Ayan. So, natin. Okay? And then, of course, let's return. Of course, after we click this save button, it will go back here. Okay? It will go back sa ating here. This one. Okay? At i-reflect niya. Of course, hindi pa natin ginawa how to reflect all the value from the database naman to our user interface here, no, sa ating user interface. So, mamaya natin gagawin yun. So, let's go back to our, yung return. Okay? So, anong gagawin natin? Let's go back. Ayan. Back. Okay? So, first, let's put a, let's put a message with, siguro success. Okay. And then, anong sasabihin niya? Success, successfully added, for example. Successfully added. Okay. So, let's save that. Okay. Save na muna natin to. And then, let's try if gagana. So, let's refresh. Refresh lang natin siya, no? Okay. And then, sorry. By the way, sa ating code, before we forgot, sa ating student create, inside this, let's put first the action, no, from our form. So, in the action part of this, katulad ng ginawa natin dito, let's use this. Let's copy this one. But this time, hindi siya sa index pupunta. It will go to the, to this. Nasaan na yun? This one. Pupunta siya dito sa function na store. So, let's put this one. Okay? Para makita natin. So, let's copy paste that. Student, pero sa store siya pupunta. Store siya pupunta. This one. Okay? So, it go to the store. And kapag pumunta siya dito sa store, it will run this, no, inside this function na store, we have this class na request, and ito siya, and then we validate, yun nga, yung name section, all the data na inside the text editor natin or text holder natin, and then we pass that value inside, no, using yung ating database. We declare a new variable here, no, request natin yung ating model, yung student info natin, and then we use this, no, to represent this student info. So now, hopefully mag-work to. Okay, so let's now refresh this one. Okay, and then let's add new. For example, let's add new. So, ayan. So let's put 1 De La Cruz. Let's try. Section niya is BSIT 1C. Okay. Mobile natin. Okay. And then let's save this. Okay. Okay. So the student, it will go to this. But let's go to the student infos. Let's check if pumasok. Hindi rin siya pumasok. Okay. Let's double check na yung ating code. Refresh. Oh, let's just submit the form. Of any action you took there. Do you want to continue? Continue. Let's check this one. Okay. Okay. So, sorry. Meron tayong kulang dito. No? Inside this student create, inside this form, of course, it is important to include this command. No? So, let's put at CSRF. Ayan. This token. Or this CSRF natin. Okay. And then, route natin, student store. Tama naman. No, yung ating route. Method niya is to post. Okay. We put that, yung action, BTN success, the value saved. So let's refresh. No, let's go back to the student first. Okay. So let's do it again. Let's add a new. Okay, so let's put here Sikit BSIT 1D. Okay, let's try it. Try lang natin. Save. Okay. Okay, so as you can see, walang error. But let's go now to our database. Let's see if napunta dito si Kit. Okay, let's refresh this one. Okay. Dapat nandito yung ating user. Yan. So as you can see, Kit is already here. Kit, BSIT1D, and meron. And as you can see, the user ID, this one is represent si Kix. Ayan, as you can see, as I hover my mouse, si Kix daw ito. Kasi may reference tayo. Sino ba si Kix? Na nasa user, yung number 2, represent this one. Okay, this ID represent all the information of this. Okay, so malinaw yun, no? So let's now go back to, okay, so success tayo that we save, nakakapag-save na tayo. But now, we need to, of course, we need to reflect here, no? We need to reflect here. Wait lang. To our home page, no, yung list of the student na ina-add natin. So let's do that, no? Let's add all the student na ina-add natin. So let's go back to our home.blade, no? Let's go back to our home.blade and let's put a table. Okay? So inside here, we have this status, we put the add new button. Okay, and then let's remove this UR logins, and then let's put a muna tayo ng table head. Okay, a divider muna. Okay, na merong class, ayan, and then a table responsive. Let's check. Ayan, meron table responsive siya. So inside this, okay, so inside this, we put of course, a table, no? Put na tayo ng table dito. A class table. Ayan. And inside this table, we can now put of course, the table head. Importante yon. TH for the table head. Okay, so this one is for the number, of course. Pang anong number na siya. Let's put another one for the name, section, mobile, and of course, the last one is yung action. Okay, so let's edit this name. Oops. Section, and then we have here yung mobile. Okay, and then the last one is yung actions natin. Okay, actions. Okay. So let's now try this one first. Okay, refresh. Yeah, so as you can see, we have the number, name, section, mobile, and of course the action. So inside this, we can put, no, we will be needing a, of course, in our database here, if we fill a data here, no, we need to check all that, no, so we need a repetition, code repetition. So we'll be needing a loop here, no, for this scenario. We need a loop to extract all the information inside this table natin. Okay, so how can we do that inside our blade, no, here, of course, sa ating inside the table pa rin, let's put a, so let's put a table head ito. Ba't walang table head? Let's put a T head here. Ayan. Dapat nasa T head ito. Ito yung mga, this one is the section of all the table natin. And can indent this one. And of course, if we have a head, we have the body, table body. Okay, inside the table body, of course, we will be needing that loop, no, to extract all that information. Okay, So we need to declare a loop, no, for this, for each, and then yes, for each. So a collection. So let's put the variable natin na stud. Remember, as tatawagin natin siyang stud underscore info. So hindi natin siya ginamit directly, no? So linipat natin si stud kay student info, so that si student info ang gagamitin natin later. By the way, let's remove the ayan, yung at. Okay, so inside this we have the tr or table row. Okay, so dito natin gagamitin yung loop natin. Okay, so inside the tr table row we have td or table data, no, td. So let's put td, and inside this td let us now access, no, yung ating database by using this. Yung stud natin, linipat natin siya kay stud info. Mamaya gagawin natin ito dun sa controller natin. Papakita ko mamaya. Okay? So let's put here first the loop. Ayan. Okay. Yung loop natin, yung iteration, ilang loop. Okay? Iteration. Ayan. And then, let's copy this one para mabilis tayo. 1, 2, 3. Okay. This one is we need this two. Let's copy this. Copy, paste. Okay. This one is the number of loop. Okay, the iteration. We will call this iteration natin. Dito siya pupunta. Okay. And then student info. So let's put here the, of course, the name. Then the section. And the last one is yung mobile natin. Yeah. Okay. And then after putting this, let's put, of course, no, yung ating mga or buttons. So here, the another TD. Okay. But inside this, let's put a 3 button. No. Lalagay muna tayo ng button natin dito. Okay. Okay, so this button is has the, of course, the title. No, title. Tatawagin natin itong as view. Okay? And then or view student. Okay? And then inside this ano natin, let's put a button. Let's put a button here. Okay? So this button lalagyan natin siya ng class, and then by the way, let's put first a bootstrap, no? So if you still remember, dito sa ating layouts folder, okay, so we have the app.blade that holds all the ano natin, no, yung script natin. So I will include it to the description below, so you can copy it na lang, no? So we will actually we will put here a bootstrap ano natin. So I will copy here. Dito na lang kahit saan dyan, but ayan, dito natin siya lalagay, or sa styles na lang natin. Okay? So I will paste it here. Ayan. Yung bootstrap natin na ginamit, no, for the icon na gagamitin natin. So let's go back, no? Let's go back now to the home blade natin. Nasaan na? So, home blade. Home blade, this one. Home blade. Okay. Not this one. Home blade. This one. Okay. So, sa home blade natin, yeah. Saan na? This one is login. It's service. Home controller. Login controller. Create home blade. Ito. Stop. So inside here, let's now put that ano natin, no, yung ating bootstrap. So paano ba natin siya gagamitin? So let's put here btn this button, it's a btn info we have here. Ayun, nasa ilalim. Info. And so this btn info and this button is yung size niya is small. And btn small. Okay. And we will put here a icon. No, let's put an eye as an icon. Inside this eye, we will put a class. Okay. And then, ito na. Gagamitin na natin yung bootstrap natin. So, I need this faf eye. Yung eye. Yan. Yung eye icon. Okay. And then, let's put area hidden. 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 Ito, this one. Okay. So, gagawin natin siyang true. So, Boolean. And then, let's put the, of course, the, ano natin, the word, no, na view. Okay? So, delete ko lang to. Yan, lalagay natin dito. Okay? So, let's now check if nag-reflect ito, yung first button natin under the action. So, by the way, before we do that, let's double check it para hindi na tayo mahirapan. So, sa student, ano natin yan, in our student, ano natin, stud, and controller, let's check, nasa na. Student controller, this one. So, let's go back here sa ating student controller. Okay. So, yeah. So, as you can see, here sa ating index, naka-return lang yung home natin. Okay? So, we need to, para magamit natin siya inside this home.blade. So, we need to declare a variable na pangalan is stud. Okay? So, inside this, let's put, first, let's declare a stud again. No? This stud equals to, of course, yung model natin. Again, stud info, this one. And then, we will require all. And then, stud. Okay. Student info. And where yung user ID natin, of course, importante to. Si user ID, yung naka-login na user natin. Okay? We will authorize this, of course. We will declare the auth again, no? Si user, yan. Kasi we are getting or yeah, we are extracting them by their ID. Okay? Yung user ID natin. So, same din dito. Okay. So, we put here the ID. And then, we order it. Lalagay tayo ng order. Order by. Yan. Order by yung created at. Remember si created at, no? Inside our database, meron tayong created at kung kailan siya na-create. Created at, okay? At, oops. That's natin. Okay. And then, get yung command natin. Okay. Yan. So, and then, syempre, hindi lang return home natin. Let's put here the word compact. Okay, compact. Okay, inside this compact, we have yung stud natin. Okay. Eliminate home created at folder authenticate username. Okay, so I think we are now ready to run it. So let's go back here to our page and then let's refresh this one. Okay, so as you can see, we are successfully put the information here. No, if you go back to our database, you will see this, no, first kit. So let's add again another data. No, tignan natin kung nagwo-work talaga siya. So let's add new. Let's put si James BSIT 4D. And then tignan lang natin. Save. Okay, so nag-save. Okay, wala pang confirmation dito na nag-save, no? So let's do that later. So let's go back first. And then as you can see, si James. Okay? So kung sino yung first or huling na add, siya yung nauuna dito. Okay? So katulad nung dineclare natin to our controller. So that's the principle, no? We always declare a variable ng yung model natin. We need that to access our database. Okay? So ito yung ginawa natin to. And if you go back to our date sa atin, as you can see, we have this icon, yung iView. Yun yung bootstrap na ginamit natin kanina. So let's add the other actions na ilalagay natin. Let's have this view. If you click this, we will view, no, only this information in another blade file. And then if we click yung next button natin na edit, we can edit this data. And then of course the last one is yung delete. If we click the delete, it will delete this specific data, no? Okay, so let's go back to our VS Code and to our home.blade. Okay, so inside this, ayan, as you can see, we have this button. Let's copy this one. Okay, and then let's edit this. Okay, so edit. Tatawagin natin siyang edit. Okay, so si edit, we have the button info. Hindi siya button info. Let's call this as primary. No? btn primary. Meron na yan. Button primary. Button small pa rin siya. And then, sa ating bootstrap, we have, hindi siya I. We have here yung pencil, pang-edit, no? Ayan, pencil. Square. Okay. O natin. Okay. So, let's edit this one as edit. And then the last one is the delete. Let's put here the delete. By the way, sa delete, iba yung gagamitin natin dito. Let's use a form, no? For our delete button. So let's put a form here. No? So we need to put a form. Method niya is for post. Okay. And then yung action niya mamaya natin lalagay or if we feel, no? Inside this we have the of course we need a inside this form we need yung action, hit accept, char set. Okay. UTF 8 natin, yung char set natin. And then of course style, let's put a style. Okay. The display inline. Okay, it's inline, and this one, and let's put the colon. Okay, what else? And then mamaya maglalagay pa tayo dito. Let's now put the button, no? So paste na natin dito yung kanina, but this time hindi siya sa loob ng A or anchor. So let's erase this. Inside this, we have this button. Ang title ng button na to is delete student. Ayan. Then we have this, yung type niya, of course, is submit. Okay. And the class is btn, not primary, of course, at danger. May danger. Ayan, this one. Okay. Then small. Of course, we put an on click here. On click and on click. Let's return. Pag kinlik niya, let's return a confirmation. Of course, hindi naman natin siya basta-basta i-delete if na-click lang niya yung delete button. We need of course a confirmation. So let's put are you sure you want to delete? You want to delete. And so a confirmation. Okay. And then after that, the icon, of course hindi siya I. We have here yung trash naman, no? Parang basurahan kasi nagdi-delete, no? Parang trash bin. Okay. So yun yun. Trash bin natin. Okay. And then let's put delete. Let's remove this area hidden. Ayan. So let's check this one. Refresh natin. Ayan. So as you can see, we have action. Ayan. So we have view, edit, delete. So we will fill this one later. So by the way, lagyan natin ng space na para hindi siya dikit. A little bit space here. Ayan. Edit. And of course, a view. Okay. So that's the uh, ano natin. Let's go back here. Refresh. Ayan. So as you can see, medyo mas okay siya. Okay. So now, our goal is if you click this one, it will show us the specific information. No? Ito lang yung information ipapakita niya. Specific view. Parang specific view. If you click this one or this one, it will show us this. Okay? So, katulad ng ginawa natin kanina, we need to create another blade file. So, tatawagin natin to as inside this view. Of course, sa view natin. Let's create a file. Tatawagin natin tong student underscore show. Okay? Show. Blade.php. Okay? So, click natin yan and let's, again, the create natin, let's copy. Okay? Kinopy ko lang tong laman ng create, student create natin. Punta tayo ulit dito sa show and then, paste natin siya. Okay? After that, we need to, of course, remove all the unnecessary files here. Okay? So, same pa rin. Meron tayong back button. Tama? So, and then, let's put a back button. Tatanggalin na rin natin ito. Let's edit this one. Student information. Let's remove the add na word. And then, yung form natin, let's remove this form. Okay. Papalitan natin to. Okay. Let's delete this one. Delete this. Okay. So, we have here, inside this body, okay, we can put an H3, I think, H3. Okay. So, this H3, ika-class natin siya sa ating form, of course. Cart title. Let's put cart title here. And we will call this name. Okay. So, the name. And then, to inside this, yung name natin. Okay. Card title class. Okay, name. Ayan, name. And then, let's put here the kukunin natin. Let's get the let's get naman no yung ating information from our database. So, let's put here the double curly braces that holds yung data natin. Okay. So, let's put here stud again. Pass natin siya kay name. Okay. So, sino ba sa name? Ayan. Another, let's copy this one for section and then for the, oh, sorry. And so let's copy Another. Okay, so we have name. We need the section here and the mobile here. Okay. So, yung mobile natin dito. Okay. So, yung stud, mobile, side this, div, division, chain, student info, this one, section, yeah, and then of course mobile. Save this one. Okay. Let's remove this additional curly braces here. Ayan, kaya pala meron siyang okay. So I think we are now good here. Ito yung show natin, no? So if we go back, title, go back, BTN success, okay lang yan. Okay. So ito yung show natin, and then let's go back to home, that blade. Now let's put to that button, this one, sa view. Okay, ito yung action niya. So this time we're going to use yung URL naman, no? URL, ayan. So we put here the URL of that. Okay, see inside the single quotation, let's put the student, and backslash, and then that. Okay, because we're going to if you still remember the student info here, this one, okay. But this time, hindi yung name ang kukunin natin because it can happen na meron kang kapangalan. Okay? But because the ID is a ito yung ating primary key. So, unique siya na wala siyang so, let's use that. Let's put here the stud underscore info. Okay, and of course, hindi lang yan, let's point the ID. So we are telling that we need that ID, no, for this. Okay, and then student, let's check. Okay, so let's go back to our page and then refresh it. Okay, so if you click this view, okay, it will go to the show page. Okay, so may idea na kayo kung saan galing to? Very good, to our controller. So let's go back to our student controller because hindi natin siya na-change, no? So inside this student controller, we will go to show. Yan. Asan na yung show? Yan, show page. Tama ba? So, dito siya nanggaling. It returned this show page. So, we will do the logic inside here. Okay? So, we need to put here, of course, let's put here, sorry, delete. And let's put here the, of course, yung variable natin kanina pa na ginagamit, si stud, equals natin siya kay mother. We always use this, no? Yung model natin. Ayan. And then, yung command natin, hindi siya all, but to find. Sorry. To find. Ayan. Find what? Yung kanyang ID. Okay? So, yung ID niya, siya yung hahanapin niya by ID because the ID is siya yung nagre-represent to the whole tuple or the whole data, no? The whole row ng data natin. Okay? And then let's return here the a view. Of course, let's return a view. Uh, let's put put here the student the blade file natin na show. Okay? And then after we pass that or we put here yung ating ano naman yung ating ID. Sinong ID na yon? Okay? With what? With this ID. So let's put here the students. Ayan. And then stud. Okay, so let's check. Okay, let's student show. Okay, so I think we're good here. Let's go back to our page. As you can see, it reflects the number 2 here kanina. Let's go back, no? So let's try to click this C-kit. Okay, so and then it will pass the data kanina. As you can see, it passed the number 1, but here we have a possible typo. Did you mean student? Ayan, so let's go back to our code. Students. Okay. So show natin stud. Okay. Student. Show ID. Wala. Student controller. We pass that ID. This one. Okay. Through our model. We return that view. Student show. Students. 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 Let's check this. Refresh. Yeah. Check this. Okay. Undefined variables to view. Okay. Sorry. If we go back to our web, yung routers natin, okay? Yan, naalala natin, no? We have a routes here, no? Kung saan natin linalagay lahat, tama? Yung mga router natin. So, Nasaan na yun? Router, we have .php, yung routes natin. We have here yung the student. Okay, so let's put here the word siya yun, this one, student, she's a student. Function. Route name. Home controller. Class index. Okay. Let's put here the student. Okay. Controllers, student controller. So to our, let's go to home.blade. Student, this one, student, we say to, and then the ID is here, and then after that we go to our show that student show, we put here the stud, so variable. Okay. Card title, section, students. Let's see. Blade. Okay, so let's put here stud lang, no? With the stud, because stud yung ginamit natin here. Okay, so let's check that. Yeah, so let's save that. Let's go back. Okay, so let's view again. Okay, so as you can see, no? So ano yung naging error ni Sir? Ano yung naging error natin? So as you can see here, we put this stud. Okay, so in our controller, we need to declare this one. Okay, and then this one, this has the $sign is the model. Okay, and then the ID, ito yung pinapass natin when we click. Okay, so if find nyo to, yung ID, it represent the student information na kinlik natin dito in here. Okay, so if we click this kit, and so as you can see, okay na. Okay, so let's go back. So next thing that we need to do is yung edit. So first, let's create a blade file for our edit, no? Let's create the edit.blade.php. Okay, so again, to our into our view, nasaan yung view natin? Sa ating view here, sa view, let's create a new file and let's call this student underscore edit. Okay, that blade .php. Yan. So, again, inside here, let's copy paste this home. Okay. Copy paste lang natin yan lahat. Okay. And then, let's remove all the unnecessary file here. Let's remove here hanggang sa table natin. This one. Okay. So this one is for this. Okay. And then we have a back, also a back. Sorry. Oh, hindi pala. Let's copy the show blade natin. Hindi pala yung home. No, marami tayong i-edit dito. Let's copy this one. And then let's remove all this. Okay. Or inside this one. Yeah. And let's edit student information. Okay. Edit information. Okay. And so inside this body, we will be needing of course, another division natin, no? Or a form. We need a form here. Okay, so, and then let's put the method of this form. Say post. And this one. And then let's put here yung post natin. By the way, let's put here a CRF field, no? Let's put a CRF field. Sorry. Exclamation point. Ayan. CRF CRF CSRF CSRF. Yan. CRF field, this one. Okay. And then put here yung method natin. So let's put method na patch. Okay. So, okay. So now we are now ready to put yung input natin. Input type hidden. Okay. Name. Sorry. Name. Yung ID, of course. And then let's put the ID. And then value, of course. Yung value natin is ano? Let's put curly braces here. Okay. And then let's declare yung variable natin as stud again. Represent yung ID natin. Okay. And then ID is ID, stud value ID. Okay. So yung type niya is hidden because ID ito, hindi siya pwedeng ipakita, no? And then let's now put a label for the name. Okay. So let's put here wala na tong 4. Let's put a name. Yeah. uh, and then let's put a break here. Okay. Okay, so let's put the input type text, and then let's put here a name. Course yung name natin ito. ID is name pa rin. Tama? And then yung value niya will be the name, no? Of that specific ano natin. Enter ko lang para mag-next. Ano tayo. So let's put a curly braces here. Okay, so let's put student stud, then name. Yeah. The last one is yung class natin. Form control. This one. Okay. And then let's put a break. Okay. So let's copy all this. Then for the section, and then for the mobile. So section, mobile. Okay. Section. Section and mobile, and what else? So we have this mobile, then for the name, this one is section, and this one is for the mobile. Okay, so mobile, and then another input here, input, and it's a submit. Okay, let's put a value, update. Okay, this one is the update button, and then yung class natin, btn btn success. Okay, the btn success, and then another break. Okay, so and then let's of course, so we need here the action, no? So we need to go to our URL. Yeah, to our URL. Yeah. So we put here the student, no? And then backslash that stud ID natin. Okay, that's it. So and then let's go to controller. Okay, so let's check the controller. Let's go to update this one. Okay, so dito natin lalagay yung the logic. But first let's try it, no? So refresh. Okay, so edit. Okay, so as you can see, wala. Okay. Okay. So let's now go to controller. Okay. So under the controller, we have this update. No? So let's put the logic here. How can we update our the specific data from our database? So let's declare again a variable, and we call this yung model natin, student info. Okay. And then same to the uh, edit or show, we need to find that specific ID natin nakiklik. Okay. And then what else? Let's put another variable here. We call it input. Okay. And then siya naman yung i-ano natin sa request. No? Si input is the request. Request. Okay. Then on. Then and then the stud, we will use the stud nagre-represent sa ating model. We will update. Okay, so let's update si input. Tama, let's pass the information or data ni input here. We will update this, and then after that we will return, no? Return we redirect. Okay, so redirect natin. Let's go to student, and with a, of course, with a, oh sorry, let's put an arrow here. Redirect, and then let's put a message, a flash message. Okay, flash message, and let's put here the successfully updated. Okay, so let's try this one. Okay, so let's try go to our web's page, and then refresh. Let's try to select kit, or yeah, kit. So let's click this, edit. Oh, let's go first to our home. I think we need to go to our home page. Home.blade. Let's go to home blade. We need to I see. Okay, so we need to put here the action, no, for edit. This edit. So we need to put here the action na kakailanganin nating gawin in order for us to go to that edit. Okay, so let's go. So let's put here sa ating edit. Let's use this curly braces, and so we will put here again the URL. Okay, URL of that student. Okay, so student. Okay, student backslash again, and then the stud info. Yeah, the student info. Okay, with the ID. Okay. Then after that, another dot. Now we will go naman sa ating edit. Okay. So, edit inside the single quotation. Yan. Edit inside the single quotation. Title, button, edit. Okay, so let's try this. Refresh it. Okay, so let's click it. Let's edit yung kit natin. So we are now here in the edit page. Okay, so let's go. San galing to? In our control panel. Control panel. So in our student controller, no? So let's go to our student controller. Let's go to edit. Meron tayong edit. This one, edit page. Ito yung sinend niya sa atin kanina. Let's put here the call this the logic, no, ng ating edit. So let's put here the stud again, the student model natin. Okay, student info, the model. Let's find it with the ID. Okay, so, and then after that we will return. Okay, let's remove this one. Okay, so we will return a view. So this view is going to the student, our blade file here, this one, no, underscore edit. Okay, and then let's go to with let's put here the word stud, okay, na ginamit natin kanina, and then the stud. Okay, so save that. Let's go back here. Stud ang ginamit natin, stud. Okay, so let's now refresh this one. No, we are here, edit si kit. Ayan, bumalik tayo. So if I put here is for example kit is a 2D. Okay, then let's update this. Ayan, so as you can see, kit now is a 2D. No? And then the last one, we need to work to this delete button. Okay, so if we click this one, and it will show this notification that says, are you sure you want to delete? Okay, so need to cancel this. This is not functional because wala pa tayong ginagawa. Okay, so as you can see, wala siyang ilalagay sa atin, and hindi siya magdi-delete. Okay, so let's go back to our control panel or student controller, and let's go to the destroy. Okay, so destroy or delete. Okay, so here we need the model o the student info natin, yung model natin. So let's use the destroy na word, and we destroy it by using yung ID niya, of course, that represent the whole ano natin, and then let's return here a redirect, of course, redirect, no, a redirect, uh, and then let's pupunta siya ulit sa ating dashboard na merong student, and then let's put here, okay, and here the flash message, uh-huh, message, and then the message of that flash message, student successfully fully deleted, okay, successfully deleted, okay, and then hold on. So let's go back to the home blade, okay. So to double check it, sa home blade natin, there's no action here yet, okay. So let's go to this. For the action, we need to put, no, the, of course, the URL, okay, the URL for this, and let's put the URL, okay, and then we'll go to student, oh, sorry, single quotation, student slash, then that uh, backslash again, or the single quotation, and then the ID, no, student, oh sorry, let's remove this one, okay, student backslash, another ano natin is the stud info, right, stud info, the ID, okay, and then let's put here in this line the here yung method, meron dito, yan, this one, this method, request, no, hindi ito, not this method, so field, yan, yung field, and let's put the message of delete and delete, and then the CSRF, ito, CSRF, this one, okay, and then submit, delete student, submit. When you click this button, it will confirm, are you sure you want to delete, okay, and then that's it, let's check it, okay, then let's go back here, let's refresh this one, okay, unexpected error, let's go back, it's the this one, okay, expected error, let's go back here, let's refresh, so again let's for example delete Kit. Are you sure want to delete Kit? Okay. Okay. And then, so as you can see, we're successfully deleted Kit, and let's go to our database and confirm it. Let's refresh this. Dapat si James yung maiiwan dito. So as you can see, uh, Kit remove, and then uh, James retain, no, sa ating database. So that's all for this. I hope marami kayong natutunan, no? So remember, all the control uh, to our CRUD operation is in here, not to our student controller. And to access our database, we always use this this model, okay, the student info, okay, as our model. All the related, no, to our database is in our model, okay. So don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more content related to programming. Thank you.